Feel the comfort of tonight's tale as it brings you rest. Sedge and Frisia, the guiding light. This story is about a human named Sedge and an earth elemental named Frisia, who form a bond and discover the significance of guidance through their journey together. Once upon a time, in a land brimming with magic and wonder, there lived a curious human named Sedge. In this enchanting realm, elements of nature had their own sentient beings. The earth elementals were guardians of the forests, hills, and mountains, and among them was a wise and gentle spirit named Frisia. Sedge, with his heart full of questions and a thirst for understanding, wandered near the dense forests drawn by an inexplicable call. One day, as he roamed the forest's edge, he found himself lost amid the towering trees. Just as fear began to creep into his heart, vines around him gently parted, revealing a glowing figure. It was Frisia, her form shimmering with the colors of autumn leaves. "Welcome, Sedge," she said, her voice like the rustling of leaves in the wind. "I am Frisia, guardian of this forest." Her presence was calming, and Sedge felt a sense of peace wash over him. Frisia guided Sedge deeper into the forest, where every step seemed to reveal a new marvel. Trees whispering ancient secrets, flowers blooming in vibrant hues, and streams murmuring lullabies. As they walked, Sedge shared his dreams and doubts, and Frisia listened with patience and wisdom. "Life is a journey of growth," she told him, her eyes twinkling like stars. "That which you see is not always obvious. And sometimes, the guidance you need comes from unexpected places." Sedge pondered her words as they reached a majestic oak tree, with its branches stretching high into the sky. Frisia touched the tree's bark gently, and it trembled, revealing a hidden path. "Follow this path, Sedge, and you will find the answers you seek," she said. With a grateful heart, Sedge stepped onto the path. As he walked, he felt the forest around him come to life, not just with sights and sounds, but with guidance. Birds sang songs that sparked memories, the wind whispered secrets of old, and even the pebbles on the path seemed to nudge him in the right direction. After what felt like an eternity, Sedge emerged from the forest, standing on a hill overlooking his village. He felt a newfound clarity and purpose. Experiences he had shared with Frisia had shown him that guidance often comes silently and subtly. He realized that his journey with Frisia was just the beginning, and that he must now use his newfound understanding to guide others. From that day forward, Sedge became a beacon of wisdom in his village. He often returned to the forest, visiting Frisia and learning from her. Their bond grew stronger, and the forest flourished under Frisia's care. Together, they ensured that the guidance of the earth elementals would always light the way for those who sought it. As Sedge lay down to sleep each night, he felt the gentle presence of Frisia and the forest's wisdom in his heart. And so, the story of Sedge and Frisia became a cherished tale of guidance, reminding all who heard it that wisdom and support are often found in the most unexpected places. Now, let's embrace the next chapter. Salvia and Bluebell's Playful Adventure. This story is about a young girl named Salvia and her charming animal friend Bluebell, as they embark on a playful adventure in an enchanted forest, meeting fairies and experiencing magical moments. Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between rolling green hills, there lived a young girl named Salvia. She was known throughout the village for her bright smile and her boundless energy. Salvia loved exploring the wooded areas and meadows that surrounded her home, always accompanied by her best friend, Bluebell. Bluebell was not just any animal. She was a charming animal, blessed with a magical charm that made her fur glisten like the morning dew, and her eyes sparkled with the colors of the rainbow. One sunny afternoon, the sky a brilliant cerulean blue, Salvia and Bluebell set out on one of their many adventures. They decided to visit the enchanted forest, a place rumored to be filled with enchanting creatures and hidden treasures. The forest's entrance was marked by two towering oak trees whose leaves whispered secrets as the wind rustled through them. As they stepped into the forest, the air felt different, tinged with a sense of mystery and wonder. Salvia giggled with excitement, her eyes wide with anticipation. Bluebell, equally enthusiastic, let out a soft, playful bark, and together they trotted down the moss-covered path. They marveled at the vibrant flowers that seemed to dance in the gentle breeze and listened to the harmonious melody of birds singing overhead. Suddenly, they heard a rustling sound from behind a bush. Curious, Salvia and Bluebell approached cautiously. To their surprise, they discovered a small group of fairies, their wings shimmering in the dappled sunlight. The fairies greeted them warmly and invited them to join in their game of hide and seek. Salvia eagerly agreed, and Bluebell's tail wagged in excitement. They spent hours playing, laughing, and discovering new parts of the forest. As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow through the trees, Salvia and Bluebell said their goodbyes to the fairies and headed back home. Along the way, they reminisced about the day's adventure, their hearts full of joy. When they returned to the village, Salvia's parents were waiting with open arms, eager to hear about their day. Salvia recounted every detail with animated gestures, and Bluebell barked happily in agreement. At night, as Salvia lay in bed with Bluebell nestled beside her, she couldn't help but smile. She knew that tomorrow would bring another day of joyous exploration and playful adventures with her beloved friend. And with that happy thought, she drifted off to sleep, dreaming of the endless possibilities that awaited them. The end. Now another heartwarming tale awaits. Lotus and Camellia's Delightful Journey. This story is about a girl named Lotus and a skunk named Camellia who form a deep bond and embark on a delightful journey of friendship and discovery. Once upon a time, in a quaint little village surrounded by lush green meadows, there lived a kind-hearted young girl named Lotus. She had an infectious laughter that could brighten anyone's day. One crisp autumn morning, Lotus wandered into the forest nearby, her brown eyes sparkling with curiosity. As she explored, she stumbled upon a small skunk about her size, with jet black fur and a single white stripe down its back. She approached cautiously, intrigued by the gentle creature. The skunk, surprisingly unafraid, introduced itself as Camellia. Lotus, delighted by the newfound friend, spent hours chatting and playing with Camellia in the golden sunlight that filtered through the trees. They quickly became inseparable, their bond growing stronger with each passing day. One day, while they were playing near a babbling brook, Camellia expressed a longing to see the world beyond the forest. Lotus's eyes twinkled with excitement as she proposed that they embark on an adventure together. With their hearts filled with anticipation, they set off on a journey that led them everywhere they went. They spread joy and laughter, leaving a trail of happy memories behind them. Along the way, they met many creatures, each one charmed by Lotus's kindness and Camellia's gentle spirit. They danced with fireflies under the starlit sky, shared stories with wise old owls, and even helped a family of rabbits find their lost burrow. As the days turned into weeks, their adventures became more delightful, and their friendship deepened. One evening, as they sat on a hilltop watching a breathtaking sunset, Camellia turned to Lotus and said, "Thank you for showing me the world." Lotus smiled, her heart swelling with happiness. She realized that the true delight of their journey was not just the beautiful places they had seen, but the unbreakable bond they had forged. And so, Lotus and Camellia continued to explore the wonders of the world together, their hearts forever intertwined in a delightful journey of friendship and discovery. Veronica and Heather became local heroes, and their friendship grew even stronger. Together, they showed the village that strength comes in many forms, and that understanding and acceptance are vital. From that day forward, Heather and Veronica continued to explore, learn, and share their story with everyone they met, spreading the message of kindness and strength far and wide. Now, let's enter another chapter of tonight's journey. Heather and Veronica, a tale of strength. His story is about Heather and Veronica, who discovered that true strength lies in embracing differences and and helping others with their unique gifts. Heather lived in a quaint little village nestled between rolling hills and lush meadows. Despite the serene environment, Heather always felt a bit different from the other villagers. She had an adventurous spirit and a heart full of curiosity. One day, while exploring the dense forest at the edge of the village, Heather stumbled upon a cave. As she peered inside, she saw a faint glow emanating from within. Intrigued, she stepped inside and discovered a small salamander named Veronica. Veronica was unlike any other creature Heather had ever seen, with iridescent scales that shimmered in the dim light. The two quickly formed a bond, sharing stories and going on little adventures together. Veronica had been alone in the cave for a long time, hiding from those who didn't understand her special abilities. She could control small fires and create warmth, which scared many who misunderstood her. Heather, however, saw Veronica's abilities as a gift and encouraged her to embrace them. One winter, the village faced a harsh blizzard that cut off all the roads and trapped the villagers in their homes. The villagers were freezing and running out of supplies. Heather knew that Veronica's unique abilities could save them. Despite her fears, Veronica set out with Heather to provide warmth to the villagers. Veronica's gentle flames melted the snow and allowed paths to be cleared, and her warmth brought comfort to those in need. The villagers, once fearful of Veronica's powers, were now grateful for her help. They realized that her strength and abilities, though different, were incredibly valuable. Veronica and Heather became local heroes, and their friendship grew even stronger. Together, they showed the village that strength comes in many forms, and that understanding and acceptance are vital. From that day forward, Heather and Veronica continued to explore, learn, and share their story with everyone they met, spreading the message of kindness and strength far and wide. Rest well, and may tomorrow be a bright new day.